Hi, this is Dee Dee with Cavo Kerr. What I'm going to show you today is how you can import an STL file into your Invivo that you would superimpose on top of a 3D scan taken either on your instrumentarium or your Gendex cone beam machine. So where do you get an STL file from? It will come from your intraoral scanners such as Trios, 3Shape, or 3M. And in the next month or so, you're also going to be able to do it with the OmniCam by Sirona. The architecture is going to be open, so it will create an STL file. So right here, I'm in Volume Render. So this is our 3D scan. I'm going to click on your Restoration tab. I had already done it, so I'm just going to redo it. So if you notice in here, I am using a Mac with the Invivo for Mac. Same version, it's just going to be the PC version, the Windows version. So everything is going to look a little bit different, but it's all going to act the same. So over here on the left, you will click on Import Stone Models. And then you're going to find your STL file. I had put it on my desktop. So here it is, my STL file. I'm going to double click on that. It's an upper, so I will click OK. Do you want to replace? It's only asking me that because I had already had one in this case. So I will say yes. Now I want to click on Register to CT and start performing the registration. So over here we've got our stone model. On the right side we've got our scan of the patient. So you can adjust over here. On the lower left you see you've got brightness and contrast. This is really helpful. If you have some scatter, it will dramatically reduce that so that you can see the teeth clearly. That's what you want to be able to see, is see all the teeth real clearly. So that looks pretty good. So step number 1, midpoint on stone model. I'll click there. Step number 2, matching point on volume. Step number 3, and if you forget how to do this, you can always go down to Help. Help will bring up your help screen. So it gives you all your step-by-steps. If they're fully edentulous, if they're missing teeth, if they don't have any front incisors. So it's really helpful. You can just click on that. So now the third step is 2 points on the volume, it says. I find choosing more than 2 points makes the registration go a lot easier. So I'm just going to rotate it on the left side here. I'm going to click on a couple of points. You want to make sure you're not clicking in the roots of the teeth because those are in the bones. So as you can see in the stone model, you cannot see the roots of the teeth. So you want to make sure you click on things that are visible on the stone model as well. So I did 3 on the left side. Now I'm going to rotate it and do 3 or so on the right side. Once you've clicked on your points, you'll click on Perform Registration. So it has now registered the stone model to the CT scan. Down here you can see where you have the blue outline, that's the stone model, over the CT scan. If you need to adjust it, it's not always going to be perfect, you can adjust it. So you've got lots of arrows here if you want to move the model down, or if you need to move it back, or if you need to rotate it down on the left side, or if you want to rotate it down on the right side. And then behind the back is where you've got your left to right rotation. So right here, I'm just going to adjust that a little bit. I'm going to move it back a little bit. So it looks pretty good. Everything looks pretty lined up. I'm going to come back over here on the left side and click on Done. Now when you come down to the bottom, if you want to click on Visible, that's when you're going to see your stone model superimposed over the scan. So why do we want to do this? Why is this useful? Because you can now go into your implant tab. You'll click on, let's just do Add Single Implant. We'll say number 13. Click OK. We're going to drop that in our scan. We can move and rotate it. And the most important thing for what we just did is if you come over to the left as well and click on upper, you see you've got your stone model superimposed over the scan, and then you can also see the outline in your slice views. So this is really helpful because now you know where the soft tissue is, and you can see the teeth a lot more defined for when you're doing your implant planning. Thank you for watching.